Hello guys, it's me again, coming out with another part of What If Deku Had a Half and Half quirk. And, quick recap, so, Deku had just done his 10 months of training, and there's a couple things that I didn't say in, the first part, like how Azumi what types of things that or powers does she have in her water quirk, and basically, she can make humongous waves, and she can manipulate snow and ice, and she can turn water into ice and ice into water, and she can also use that and float them around kind of like Deku can with his earthbending, and she can just do everything that Katara can in Avatar, or at least at the end of Airbender, the last Airbender, just because I haven't seen Core, like I said in the last episode. But, yeah, so, Deku, nobody commented on my video, the last one, and that's basically what I was expecting, just because it's my first ever video, and yeah, so in this one, I'm not gonna have him get one for all, just because I think he'd be too powerful. So, I'm gonna say, since Bakugo, actually, wait, I think I'm gonna give, I don't know if I said this in the last episode, but I think I'm gonna give it to Kirishima, because I think that he would be the best one, because I don't think Mirio would accept it, kind of like she did in the, what he did in the, or like how he did it in the first, or when Deku did it, asked him if he wanted it, but yeah, I think, whenever I'm doing when Deku doesn't get one for all, I'm probably gonna normally give it to Kirishima, but I guess I'll see, in the later what ifs. Yeah, also a quick note, please subscribe, just because I want to get this channel off the ground, and yeah, I don't want to sound selfish, I want to get this channel started a little bit before anything else. But yeah, so entrance exam, Deku passes the writing test and with flying colors, and is just waiting outside with Izumi, because they're gonna work together. They decided that they're gonna work together with their quirks, to help each other and get more points together and get rescue points. Well, they don't know that yet, but that's what they're gonna do. Okay, so the test starts, and Deku is just runs in. He uses the ground to make him go faster. No, he's gonna use the air, because I think I'm not gonna have him use it, or he's not gonna be using it that much, just because he, like I said in the last part, he utilizes earthbending more, but he's gonna use the wind or air to move faster, and he's running a little slower than Ida, and things never happen with Deku where he mumbles, because even though he's still a hero nerd, he's not gonna do that mumbling stuff, because but yeah, so Deku is running in. He's just destroying robots. He takes a pillar out of the ground and smashes it into a robot's face, And then he uses that robot, uses the metal, flings it around, and smashes it into another robot, and jumps really high. And I think, actually, I'll do that later. He's gonna get that part of his costume. Yeah. Okay, so when Deku is just destroying robots with Azumi is melting their faces, taking the moisture out of the air, and then turning them into icicles, and then stabbing the robots, and then she's also gonna, I didn't say this in the last part, but she's gonna she's gonna be a master in with swords, and yeah, so she just like turns some air into some of the moisture in the air into just an ice sword, and just starts cutting the robots in half and stuff. And I know it's ice, so it normally wouldn't do that, but like, I'm gonna say that she can make it really hard, and also she can use it like telekinesis. So yeah, so yeah, Deku and are just helping each other, and out comes the 0-pointer, and basically, Uraraka gets stuck under like some rubble, and Deku just uses the earth quirk to take the rubble off of her, and just carries her away with her with the rubble under her, and she's just laying on it while she's being flown over to where the rest of the kids are. And Azumi and Deku's like, this guy seems like a good challenge, and so Deku like jumps really off buildings, from building to building, sideways, to just like, yeah, to get to the top of the robot. And then Azumi just like flies up with her fire feet thing, where she can just jump. She can go really far just by blowing fire out of her feet. And so they just Deku just takes pulls apart a part of a building as like big as he could, and throws it out, or like launches it at the 0-pointer, and then Azumi makes the biggest fire blast that she could, and then also makes, let's say there was a pool nearby, because it's a city, there was a pool nearby, or it's a small city, but there was a pool nearby, and she takes all the water from that, and makes a huge, like, icicle spike, and also launches it at the robot, and the robot just gets absolutely demolished and blows up, kind of like in the canon, except it's from the bottom and the top. And yeah, so they're falling down, and let's say Deku just uses the last of their power to have them land softly, so they don't get hurt. And yeah, so that's it. And then Bakugo did his stuff, and they get their acceptance letter like a couple days, like a week later, I think. And Deku and Azumi both got accepted, and they're both really happy about that, and happy for each other. And, yeah, so, Deku, I'll unplug my phone. Deku is, he's, going out for some food with Izumi because they're celebrating, and yeah, so Deku sees Bakugo with his mom, let's say, and they're going out for a celebration too, because that's what they're going to be doing, and they asked if he got in, and he's like, yeah, I did. And Deku's like, same. And let's say Izumi got 90 villain points and 30 hero points, so 120 in total. And then since Deku saved Uraraka, since Deku saved Uraraka, he got 100 villain points, let's say, and 94 94 hero points. I know that's a lot, but he would have gotten the same 60 from Uraraka, and then just 34 from, I can't do math, 34 from saving other people, and then, actually no, let's make it so he got 80 villain points just to make it more fair, I guess you would call it, but it's not that fair, but whatever. And yeah, and they go celebrate. Let's say they just went and got some ice cream, and yeah, so that's what happened. And next couple days, I don't know when it happened. Next couple days, I guess, Deku and Izumi arrive there, and they see Bakugo with his feet up on the desk, just because he's not a bitch, but he's still lazy, I guess you could say, or just I don't know what you'd call it. Yeah, he is getting yelled at by Ida, and they're arguing, and then they just walk in. They just look at them, not actually thinking of anything, even though, Ida still comes over and says, whatever he says, you are definitely a better student than me, or whatever, or something like that. So, yeah. And then Uraraka comes in, says the same thing, thank you for saving me, or whatever. And he's like, no problem. And yeah, that's all went down. Aizawa comes in, yells at them to, get up, or, shut up, and let's go. They all come in. Deku isn't jacked, but he's not, weak, skinny either. I said before, I think he's about as strong as Kirishima is at the start, and he knows boxing and kickboxing in case his quirk gets canceled, and yeah, so yeah, they're just talking in the locker room as they head outside for the quirk assessment test, And, yeah, so let's say the ball throw goes first, just because, yeah. And since Deku got first for amount of points, he throws first, and, so he uses all his strength, and then uses his air to just make it go even faster and farther. And it goes, let's say, 800 meters. And, Izumi does it, and, Izumi does it and gets 780, and she's kind of annoyed because she wanted to beat her brother, but she's okay with it. And yeah, so yeah, everybody goes and does the same like in canon. Deku gets second, Izumi gets third, and yeah, because I feel like in a lot of what ifs, everybody, like, a lot of people forget that Uraraka got first because she got Infinity, but it's whatever. Yeah, and then Grip Test got, I don't know, I didn't see, and I don't know, jumped over the sand pit, by, like, using the earth under him and pushing it up to jump even farther, and does all the tests. I don't know how much he got, but he got first. And no matter what people say, I actually kind of like Mineta just as a comedic character. And yeah, so that doesn't really matter though. I mean, it kind of does, but he's not a very big character in it, so it's fine. In My Hero Academia, so it's fine. But yeah, so they're all relieved of that, and they head home. Or if they didn't head home, they did whatever else they did. I don't think they showed anything after that in the anime. But yeah, it's whatever. And yeah, so Deku is just like walking home with Izumi, and let's say Izumi and Bakugo and Ochako and Ida come and like ask, like, is this where you're going to? And they're like, yeah. And yeah, Bakugo is gonna still call Izuku Deku, just because he got used to calling him that, and now he doesn't use it as an insult, just as a nickname. And the name of a hero or whatever. Yeah, whatever. So Deku, they just walk back, just getting to know each other, know them, and yeah, they just are chilling and hanging out, and they don't actually hang out, but they talk with each other. And they got pretty close, so it's going to be a friend group with them, at least right now. I'm going to add more people into it, or right, it's like an Ida and Uraka friend group, except there's 2 more people in it. And, yeah. So, yeah. I won't get into it, but you guys let me know who you want to be the ship in the comments. And yeah, also, if you want any more powers for Izumi and Deku, also just say it in the comments. I will listen to you guys, because you guys probably aren't, but it's whatever. I'm just doing this for fun. But yeah, so Deku is just yeah. And then next day, they are walking in to see just sit down doing their thing, and so yeah, Deku is just like Deku is just talking with them, and then All Might runs through the door, and like coming through the door like a hero or whatever he says, and yeah, kind of cringy stuff, but yeah, yeah, it's whatever. So they all get their hero suits, and Deku's suit is like the Akutsuki robe, except it's black, and those swirl things are gonna be all over it. I don't know what it's called, because I haven't gotten that far into Naruto, like I said in the last video, but I haven't gotten to that far. It's kinda, they're gonna be kinda like what Pain is in. I don't remember what their thing is called, but yeah, it's kinda like that, except, they're gonna be Air Nomad and Earth Kingdom symbols all over it, and he's also gonna get his Aang's like he's also gonna get Aang's like glider thing that lets him fly around, so he will be able to fly, just not able to fly without it, at least for now, unless you guys want me to have him be able to do it. But yeah, so heroes versus villains, it's gonna be Ochako versus Bakugo and Ida, like usual. Or, yeah, it's gonna be that. And I was thinking about Deku versus Izumi and Ida or something like that, but I don't want to do it just because, or like them being teammates. But I don't want to do it right now, at least. I want to save their, like, they also want to save their, like, people know that they have, like, elemental quirks and everything, but, like, they don't want to show how powerful they are together, and they are really powerful. I mean, like, people saw how powerful they were, because Deku, like, lifted up most of a building, and Izumi, like, did an entire, like, picked up an entire pool's worth of water and chucked it at the 0-pointer. And yeah, it was like a big pool too. I don't know why that matters, but yeah. And yeah, so Deku says that he's gonna go scout out the windows to see which floor they're on, so just try to think of a way to get, like, try to think of a way to, like, get in secretly so they don't notice us, I guess. And Deku goes and sees, it's like on the 4th floor, I guess. And yeah, so Deku comes back and tells Uraraka that is what room it's in, and asks if she can float him up, and then he'll carry her while he's floating up. And she's like, okay, that works, I guess. And that's what they do. They get on the windowsill, and they smash through the glass, and Deku gets his tape, wraps around Bakugo's ankle, and then, because Bakugo is actually more calm and collected and knows that he shouldn't just be going off and after Deku. So yeah. But yeah, so Ida races after, like, runs at Deku, but then they hear over the loudspeaker, "Heroes win," because Uraraka had touched the bomb, and yeah, that's basically it. Sorry, this kind of wasn't. No, I'm not gonna go to USJ. I'll probably do that tomorrow. Also, last part, I said that I was gonna do it tomorrow. Anybody who is watching this, but I'm not. I'm actually gonna do it either today or tomorrow, and it'll just post tomorrow. I don't know if how it's gonna be, but like, yeah. So, hope you liked the video. Subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow.